Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Go Home Show for Fastlane. Here is SmackDown, and we're gonna kick things off with a rematch for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Now, 4 weeks ago, leading up to Payback, Kaden and Katana lost the Women's Tag Team titles to Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. So now they're looking at a chance to get those titles back. And then we also got a special matchup. This was supposed to be on the Fastlane card, but we didn't have enough room, so it's going to be in the main event tonight. And here comes your new Women's Tag Team Champions, Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell. These two have been through so much this season, walking into the season as the Tag Team Champions, losing them, and then having to work themselves back up to the top position. They lost those titles back at Night of Champions, and then tried to get it back in a rematch at Extreme Rules. And then they realized they needed to change the way they think. And they decided to only be selfish, focus on themselves. Candice LeRae had a steel cage match against Zoe Stark at SummerSlam, in which she was successful. I guess that was what made her and her team go up the ranks, and that led to them becoming the Women's Tag Team Champions. This should be an interesting way to kick things off Fastlane this weekend. The World Tag Team titles are on the line. The Intercontinental? No, the United States title is on the line. And although men's and women's world and titles will be on the line as well. Now, speaking of the world title for SmackDown, the WWE Undisputed Championship match between Ilya Dragunov versus Solo Sikoa is going to be Bloodline Rules. Anything goes. So Ilya Dragunov, he has to be careful, because we know that in Bloodline Rules matches, lots of other Samoans like to get involved. But right now, it is the go-home show for SmackDown. Kaden Carter is going to be kicking things off against Indy Hartwell. And now DDT planted by Indy Hartwell. And Indy, I think she was one of the successful reasons why her team was able to walk out the Women's Tag Team Champions, because it was her who got the final pin. And that match went crazy. Candice LeRae and Katana Chance were willing to risk everything, but it took Indy Hartwell to help the team walk out the Women's Tag Team Champions. I think so if I'm getting my history right, they won the titles in 2K22 at the end of the season. No, not at the end, but like going close to the end. They won oh wait, what the hell is Candice LeRae thinking? Already going crazy. Look out. Off the top rope. And that was one crazy maneuver. The Poison Rana off of the avalanche. Now tags out goes Kaden Carter. Katana Chance, the legal competitor. That was one hell of a way to kick things off for SmackDown here. But as I was saying, they won the titles once in 2K22. They lost the titles, and then they got the titles back in 2K23. So that's two times WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. And then in 2K24, they walked in, lost it, and then they just got it back a month ago. So now they're three-time Women's Tag Team Champions. That's very impressive. And right now they're going up against the two-time Women's Tag Team Champions in Katana and Kaden. And now Indy off the middle rope trying to go for the elbow drop, but Chance was able to quickly move out the way. And now look at this. Hurricane Rana. No, big drop kick there. Katana might be taking a little too long trying to get these moves in. It felt like every second she was kind of racing it. But now, Kaden just gets rocked with an uppercut. And we're closing in on our first commercial break, folks. But we go for the cover here. Right now, this could be it. 1, 2, and no. Very close, a 2 count. But we're going to our first commercial break. We will be right back, so stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the programming. These two have been going through vicious tag team action here. Had very close calls, but none has been decisive just yet. And now Kaden Carter got Candice in the corner right where she wants her. And now look at this, looking for a tag team maneuver. But I know what's about to happen here, folks. Looking for the after party. After party connects. And this could be enough, but here comes Indy Hartwell with the save. That was a very much needed save for Candice and Indy. Because I don't think Candice was going to be able to kick out of that. But look at this. Fox Splash off the top. Katana Chance taken to the skies whenever she can to try to put Candice LeRae away. Big counter there by LeRae there. And Candice, gets caught. Candice has done a lot in her 2K Universe career. Fought against Asuka 2 times, 1 time. Wait, hang on a second. Katana hits it. Double legs right to the spine, into the cover. Could be enough. 1, 2, 3, and no. But as I was saying, Candice has done a lot in her 2K Universe career. She fought up against the at the time SmackDown Women's Champion Asuka. 1 time was in a Iron Women matchup that had main evented that show. And she was unsuccessful twice, but it was very interesting matches between her and Asuka. But now look at this. Katana Chance looking for a move on the outside, but nothing connects. Try to go for that 360 code breaker, but nobody was available as Candice LeRae sidesteps out the way. And now count of 8. Kind of closer to count out, but that happens. Then Kaden and Katana don't get those titles. Candice finally makes it back in. And Indy just got drop kicked off the corner. Keeping Indy away from the corner stops any potential tags. But oh no. Look at this. Candice LeRae, Mrs. LeRae's wild ride into the cover. But here comes Kaden. And decided to opt out of breaking up the cover? I guess if she was yelling in the face of Candice, and that allowed Katana to make the kick out. That was very unusual. That was very unorthodox. But now the tag team maneuver coming in from Candice and Indy into a big back body drop. Now try to go for a drop kick, but Katana did not have the positioning right, but connects with the 360 code breaker into the cover to kick out by Hartwell. Hartwell, a former NXT Women's Champion, only lost the title because of an injury. And now she's Women's Tag Team Champions. But I'm pretty sure she wants to be a singles champion once more pretty soon. But you saw she hit this hammerlock DDT, and it was enough to put Katana away whilst Kaden and Candice was distracted on the outside. But the champions walk out, still the champions. This match was crazy from the get-go, but Candice and Indy are still the women's tag team champions heading in to Fastlane. And I wonder who will be their next challengers in the future. But right now, it's time for the main event. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main event of SmackDown. You see, this match was supposed to be taking place on Fastlane, but it got pushed back to here tonight. Now, after what we saw last week between DIY and Fraxum, DIY was able to become number one contenders for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And right now, they have a chance to become two-time WWE Tag Team Champions. They won those titles one time in real life universe, but together they haven't won anything just yet. But this could be the time tonight. But they gotta go up against the Creed brothers. And here comes the Creed brothers, all a part of this new group, American Made. And they're all here in attendance. Chad Gable, Brutus Creed, Julius Creed, and Ivy Nile. Now you saw they're all champions except for Ivy Nile. Hasn't won anything yet, but under the tutelage of Chad Gable, she might be able to walk out with something. She might finally earn women's gold. But right now, it's all about the tag team gold. This is it, folks. The final match before we head into Fastlane. And Chad Gable, he has a matchup at Fastlane up against his old partner, Otis. These two have been fighting for so long, ever since Chad Gable decided to stop being with so-called losers like Otis, Akira Tozawa, and Maxine Dupree. He decided to join up with winners like the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile. The Creeds successfully defended their WWE Tag Team Championships against Alpha Academy back at Payback. That was one hell of a matchup, that Extreme Rules Tag Team match, which allowed, which now you see the Creed brothers are still champions because they won that match. But will they still be champions after this match? I mean, American Made are in for deep trouble. You going up against one of the greatest NXT Tag Team Champions we have ever seen. and Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, both winning so many different NXT titles in their career. But now on the main roster, they're looking to prove how good they are here on the main roster. And the only people that are in their way currently right now are the Creed brothers. And look at this. Julius, just showing off his power with the overhead belly to belly. And now Tommaso and Johnny Gargano may be the fastest, but they're going up against some of the strongest that we've ever seen in this division. Julius Creed and Brutus Creed, a pair of freaks that we have, genetic freaks. But Johnny Gargano, one of the greatest hearts we've ever seen, and Tommaso Ciampa, someone who just might be clinically insane. We've seen them go through tough objects in their careers. Maybe this is just another one that they had to get through. Look at this. Chad Gable, you see on the outside, he's got himself a kendo stick. Gonna keep that out for safekeeping. And Johnny, hang on a second. Johnny gets caught in the ankle lock. Ankle lock deeply applied, but luckily he was able to roll through it. And as I'll say, you gotta be careful of Julius and Brutus. They got technical wrestling skills down to a science. They're able to take down any limbs that they need to at a moment's notice. That's how dangerous they are in the ring. And that's why Johnny and Tommaso needs to be careful. Otherwise, anything could just make them break. But as I say this, we're coming up onto our second commercial break of the evening. And look at this backbreaker connecting right to the spine. As we get ready for our second commercial break, stay tuned, folks. We'll be right there with you in just a moment. And what a slam by Brutus. Welcome back to the show, folks. Things have been going crazy. Both teams fighting back and forth. But look at this. Shooting star off the top rope into the cover. 1, 2, Johnny Gargano just in time. I legit don't think he made it in time. I think that might be a little bit on Tommaso Ciampa, but that was very close. But Tommaso Ciampa still surviving, and now look at this. Looking for meeting in the middle. Into the cover. Could be enough. 1, 2, 3, and no. Meeting in the middle does not put this match away. But it was very close. A count of 2.5. And now Julius fighting back here. This isn't good for Gargano. He's looking for the diamond lariats into the cover. Referee in position. 1, 2, and a kick out by Gargano. And now Gargano pops up to his feet but gets drop kicked right in the mush. Julius Creed seems to be almost beat up, but look at this. Just overpowering Johnny Gargano. Just babying him. And now Brutus thought he was about to go for the tag. Julius decided to go after Ciampa and sends him inside the ring. Now there goes Gargano down with the forearm smash. And Ciampa just might be out. That was a hard landing. I don't think he was expecting to get tossed like that. Julius Creed is trying to take out both members of DIY. And now look at this. Arms locked overhead, belly to belly. And now he's looking for another back body drop. Julius Creed's just outworking Johnny Gargano here. Just tossing him around with no safety. And what an enziguri out the corner. And now Brutus Creed makes the tag out. Tags in. Turns his attention to Gargano. Ducking under. Goes over. tries to go for something there, but Gargano catches him off guard with the drop toe hold. And Gargano fighting back here against the Brutus Creed. And now Ciampa gets tagged in as we reach our final commercial break of the evening, folks. So stay tuned. Anything can happen here tonight. But look at this tag team maneuver. Drop toe hold into the elbow drop, right to the spine. As we're about to reach. Wait, hang on a second. Johnny Gargano goes off the top, and it seems everybody is down. One final commercial break. Let's go. Welcome back to the show. These two just will not give up. Even when they should have. They just won't. And now Julius off the top for the drop kick. And a standing shooting star to follow. These two teams have been going crazy since the start of the build. And neither one of these teams have given up just yet. They're willing to do everything to walk out the WWE Tag Team Champions. These two, it's been so long since the start of the build. I'm pretty sure everybody is exhausted. But the thought of walking out the champion is so much greater than exhaustion. And now Gargano gets tagged back in. Gargano and Julius have been fighting during the commercial break. Which, well, hang on a second. Looks like Gargano's getting some outside interference by Chad Gable. I guess Gable saw what Johnny Gargano was about to go for, and he decided to call an audible. And that was very well put from Chad Gable, as that audible allowed Brutus Creed to get out of dodge. Julius Creed, now the legal competitor, and look at this. Driven down, looking for another Diamond Lariat into the cover. But here comes Tommaso with the save. These two teams have been trying to save each other's partners. That's why this match has been going on for so long. Anytime someone goes for the pin, here comes their partner to successfully break it up. And now Gargano got him in the tarantula one more time here. Trying to wear down the body and mass of Brutus Creed. But Brutus, he's bringing the fight here. Look at this swinging neck breaker. Swinging neck breaker connected successfully. And now Brutus Creed, he's trying to get some advice from his mentor Chad Gable. And Gargano turns his attention to Julius. Oh, this isn't good for Julius. DDT right on the apron. Jeez. And now Brutus turns his attention to Tommaso. And now he realized Gargano is back in the ring. This isn't going to be good. Face first. Off of the turnbuckle. And now Gargano looking for an opportunity here. But Brutus Creed is too much to handle. Wait, hang on a second. Manages to put him in the corner. These two going back and forth here off of reversals. And face first off the turnbuckle. Oh, but an elbow right to the jaw. Oh, knee right to the face. These two going back and forth here. Tommaso Ciampa now gets back in. Kick to the midsection. Hang on a second. Project Ciampa. Project Ciampa connects. Ciampa looking for something else. Trying to break down Brutus Creed. He's looking for meeting in the middle. It connects. Blood pouring out the face of Brutus Creed. But here comes Julius with another save in this matchup. This has been the story, save after save. But there goes Julius, tossed to the outside. And now Brutus all alone with DIY stalking him. But look at this. Wait, hang on a second. He's crawling around. He's got Johnny Gargano shook. Uh-oh, this isn't looking good for Gargano. Oh, face first off of the ropes. And it's over. American Made are still your WWE Tag Team Champions. I guess Johnny, out of exhaustion, was not expecting that movement by Brutus, and that distraction allowed Brutus to capitalize and let him walk out and with his teammate as the WWE Tag Team Champion.